Welcome in the lair of the dragon. We are going to work out, training, exercising, start marching or jogging or running or walking, running fast pace. This is the 347 General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragon Army Workout, aka the 300 Workout, created by yours truly, independent fitness captain, independent athlete, Rainbow Dragon, right here in this underground room, Austin Temple. I've performed more than 345 sessions so far. This is the 347th. It is going to be a special integrated gridiron, integrated special session. We're going to do Dragon Gridiron drills, aka North American football drills. Please get something to hydrate if you're going to work out. Encourage, strongly support and cheer yours truly on to workout, training, and exercising. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will continue to be yours truly's medicine and therapy of choice. Lost more than 77 pounds and created my own workout training program system, which is simple, effective, and efficient, and which requires no equipment. And have live streamed hundreds of workout videos, put hundreds of workout training program videos on YouTube, and I'm live streaming now on Facebook. Please, as I have been live streaming for hundreds of workout videos, especially during COVID, for a few years now, as the people's athlete, calling on the mass financing across the collective North American civilization via public-private partnership, my Dream 4D. Citizen integrated public-private partnership, Dragon Army across the collective North American civilization to encourage people to work out, to train and to exercise, calling on the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, and the MLB, and all governments and organizations and institutions to support match financing, incentivizing citizens to workout, training, and exercise, which has been, is, and will continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice, as I believe it can be for many. I always feel joyous. It is really my medicine, has been in the past weeks, past months, past years during COVID, and now more than ever. My medicine of preference, preferred medicine and therapy of choice. And get always a little bit of joy when I have to get that sweat, get that exercising. These are the rules of the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, which will be doing the 347 sessions with special integrated gridiron, dragon special drills of the North American football type defense, offense. We're going to be watching Super Bowl 29, calling to be a last-minute performer at the Super Bowl, February 12th, to give half to the money finance that will make to my anonymous sister, friend, sister anonymous. And we gotta have to give some for food security here, local Hawk Island, Montreal, aka Hawk Island, in North America, La Belle Province. And going for my Niners. Please, Niners, give 10% for food security, ASAP, multi-millionaire athletes and owners and players and owners of not only the San Francisco 49ers, as I was born in San Francisco in a past life, but also of the Habs. Hockey Town tonight playing against the toughest team. Go, Habs, go. Please give 10% for food security ASAP. Because everybody got to eat. Even Wall Street workout dedicated to the farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, truckers, sanitation workers of the city, grocery store clerks, warehouse workers, butchers, bakers, all. The fellow citizen workers who yesterday picked up the garbage with brains and muscle. And they're recycling. Thank you, the people's athlete. Working out, training, and exercising for the farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, truckers, coast to coast, and throughout the collective North American citizen integrated in the complex of North American civilization, the people's athlete. These are the rules of the General Integrated Total Body Training System while watching Super Bowl 29, cheering to give 10% for the Niners, San Francisco, yours truly. These are the rules of my own creative workout training program system, which requires no equipment. You got 93 minutes to do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hawks. That's the Holy, Sacred, and Divine Trinity. You got to do 100 for each. Once done, 93, that's an hour and a half and plus 3 minutes, 93 minutes. The 93-minute countdown begins. You got to keep it in motion by marching or jogging or running or walking fast pace until you do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hawks. Maximum 13 repetitions per set. Minimum 3, anywhere in between, 7, 6, 5, 9, 10, whatever the number is. 13 and 3, they go hand in hand together. You can do 7, 6, 5, 9, 10, whatever number is until you get to 100. sessions. This is my medicine interpret choice, and this is the simple, effective, efficient, total body workout training program of which I am very proud to have created, and which is effective, simple, and effective, simple, and efficient, and of which I performed more than 345 sessions so far. These are the rules. Once again, 93 minutes are allocated in total for one to do 100 push-ups, 100 hawks, 100 squats, 13 maximum repetitions per set, 3 minimum, or anywhere in between you can do of your choosing in between those aforementioned. You can do 7, 8, 9, 10 between 13 maximum reps per set and 3 minimum. There's no prescribed rules. You can do it in whatever rules within those rules until you get to 100 for each. However, there's a minimum requirement of a minimum of 31 seconds of marching or jogging or running or marching pace as preferred to do marching pace in between each sets. So in other words, once you start the 93-minute countdown, there's no pause. There's no stop. You got to keep it in motion by marching or jogging or running or walking fast pace. Start the 93 minutes, see if you can do it, and do it differently every time within those rules. You can't do it within those rules, you're a potential dragon if you can do one. Once you reach 300 sessions, you are the next dragon, as I have become Dragon Zero by doing it 300 sessions. When I've successfully completed back in September 2019. 2019 I've begun. October 2019 was the first session. September 29th, 2022 of last year was the 300th session. And today's going to be the 347th session. This new cycle beginning right here in Hokkaido, Montreal. Effective, simple, and efficient. My workout, it does increase general overall fitness. It increases general overall fitness. My workout increases general overall fitness. Try to do it if you can. You're a dragon. Do it within the rules. 93 minutes, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hawks, 13 maximum reps per set, minimum 3 anywhere in between you can do. 31 seconds minimum of marching or jogging or running or walking fast pace is required. Increases general overall fitness, strength, agility, ability, and endurance, and cardio, and strength. Overall general fitness. That's my workout, what it does. Created to meet certain conditions, specifications, paradoxes, as when I've created it, and of course have designed it to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario based on myself as a geopolitical analyst and theorist, when I've taken into consideration several factors which had affected the worldwide constitution. And I've sounded the alarm back in October 2019, and I've said, hey, humanity, brothers and sisters, let's try peace and channel the aggression, sublimate with push-ups and hugs. That's the motto, philosophy of the Dragon Army. Rainbow Dragon, Dragon Zero, we channel the aggression between brothers and sisters with push-ups and hugs, with push-ups and hugs, with push-ups and hugs. And with this working out, training, and exercising, my medicine interpret joy. 347, general integrated total body training system. Try to do it within the rules. Again, 93 minutes to do 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hawks, Holy Sacred Divine Trinity, 13 maximum reps per set allowed, 3 minimum anywhere in between. 7, 6, 5, 9, 10, whatever the number is, until you get to 100. In between sets, there's no pause, no stop. You got to keep it in motion by marching or jogging or running or walking fast pace, 31 seconds minimum. In theory, you can do more, but you got to work within those rules. 4 main rules, 4 main numbers. You can do it differently every time. Do it once within the rules, successful. You're a potential dragon. Do it 300 times. 300 times, 300 times, and you're the next dragon in line. As I am become Dragon Zero. We're going to watch Super Bowl 29 and do some rock and roll. We're going to start with some squats. I take off my socks, auctioning these black socks. So otherwise I'm going to slide. I'm going to slide, glide, do it hockey. Habs go, Habs tonight. Give 10% for food security, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, farmers, butchers, bakers. Thank you, truckers, sanitation city, other workers of the sanitation city. Workers who pick up the garbage, who can pick up the recycling, who pick up the compost every week. The cooks, those making sandwiches, hamburgers, cheeseburgers across the collective North American civilization, coffee, tea, salad, or fries. Hamburgers, double cheeseburgers, all food restaurants. Thank you, all the cooks and those providing food. Food is sacred, holy, sacred, and divine. Working for food security and now calling for the mass financing of working out, training, and exercising, auctioning these black socks. Make an offer via PayPal, North America shipping only. Gonna start doing some squats, and we're gonna do Dragon drills. Gonna put the game Super Bowl 29. San Francisco 49.
Coming to midfield are Charger captains John Carney, Stan Brock, Courtney Hall, Leslie O'Neill, and Junior Seau. Representing San Francisco are captains Antonio Goss, Tim McDonald, and Jerry Rice. The referee for today's game is Jerry Markbright.
San Diego is the visiting team, and we'll call a toss. Captain Brock, this is the coin to be used. This is the head. This is the tail. Please call it in the air when it...
Let's do some hawks. This is the hawk exercise. You gotta go on the toes as much as you can, and you gotta propel the whole body, and you gotta fly high. This is the HAWK. This is the hawk exercise. HAWK, yes, like the bird of prey flying in the sky above Hawk Island, Montreal, Montreal, Montreal. You go as a ballerina at ballet on the toes. Propel your whole body, you become the hawk. And turn your hawk heads east, west, left, and right, and up and down while you do the HAWK hawk. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south, and you go roundabout like this. This is a hawk. You gotta go 180 degrees semicircular or circular motion, and you gotta fly, fly, fly. That is the hawk exercise, perhaps the original one. Was part of the constituting putting all these exercises together. Push-ups, of course. Gonna auction this San Francisco 49er. Had auctioning this San Francisco 9er. Make an offer, PayPal, North America only. Now I have to switch it when I do the push-ups. And we do push-ups.
This season, Joe Robbie Stadium is 76 degrees, 82% humidity, and Super Bowl 29 is underway with a short kick that is taken up at the 17-yard line by Carter. And Dexter gets taken down at the 26-yard line. The tackle is made by Andre Coleman, and the game begins with a penalty marker. Jerry Markbright, the referee, is refereeing his 4th Super Bowl. He's the first man in history to ref 4 Super Bowls.
Personal foul. Face mask, number 54. Kicking team, 15 yards. First down.
So after good coverage on the kick, Doug Miller cost him 15 yards.
Boy, there's a great look at it right in the middle of our camera as he goes to the ground. He's just dragging down number 85.
We got defense and we got offense. 11 versus 11 D. Snap word for the day is H. The snap word of the day, snap word is H. The snap word is H. On 3, H, H, H. And we got 6 to the right and another 6 to the left. And we got another 6 down the middle, which is 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. Gives us another first down. Gonna go for the tackle, go defend. The quarterback, go tackle, sack, sack, sack. A sack has to be a tackle of the quarterback for a loss. A sack has to be the quarterback for a loss, a sack. We gotta go to the left. We gotta go to the right, and we gotta go down the center and block down the middle. Block down the middle. Block down the middle. And we gotta run the ball, pass the ball. It is Gridiron North American football. It's all it is.
Goes to the air and hits Taylor. And John Taylor has the ball into San Diego territory, and that's a first down. Seau and Gibson, the 2 linebackers, make the stop. Now, San Diego defensively, the base 4-3. Mims, Lee, Davis, a great acquisition, and Leslie O'Neill has been there since '86. Griggs, Gibson, and you all know about Seau and the secondary, and they'll be tested tonight. Gordon, Harper, the corners, Harrington, and Richard, the safeties. From the 44, they fake it to Floyd. Young to the air, goes to Jerry Rice. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, that's quite a statement their defense made.
The lightning bolts were just hit by one.
Jerry Rice, his 5th Super Bowl touchdown, splitting defensive safety men. And they was almost like they were paralyzed there.
Almost like they were looking for an autograph as he went by.
Well, the first pass to John Taylor was just a 3-step drop, a quick release. This time Young goes back a little farther, and you can see Richard in the trailing
What a
position
play,
in the
what a
middle.
play, what a play.
And 29 Carrington, both safeties for the San Diego Chargers.
Let's go hawk again. We go on the toes as a ballerina at ballet. We propel the whole body up, and we turn the hawk heads east, west, north, south as we go up and down as we propel to fly high in the sky. Fly as a H-A-W-K, fly, turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south. And we go all the way to the satellites, to fly high. We go H-A-W-K. This is the hawk exercise. Do not forget, omit, not do the turning of your head to train, exercise the neck. Turn it left, turn it right, turn it down the center, and we keep it in motion. This is the General Integrated Total Body Training System. You are in the layer of the dragon. We worship with push-ups, we worship with squats, we worship with hawks, worship with marching steps, and North American football, aka gridiron drills. Let's go on some defense. Try to sack the quarterback.
First down, the Niners put 5 men up on the line. They give it to Nathan Means, who squirms for 3. At the 18-yard line, it'll be second down and 7. Now, San Francisco defensively, and they're really...
The sack, of course, has to be a tackle for a loss of the quarterback. Otherwise, it is not a sack. It is a tackle. Tackle or the quarterback for a loss, that is a sack. And you got defensive backs, you have offensive line, defensive line, you have 11 versus 11 watching Super Bowl 29 here. Yeah, Super Bowl 29 for number 12, but it's not the number 12 for... Now Brady didn't play yet. This is 1994, this is Super Bowl 29. Because I'm going in reverse back in time from the San Francisco 49ers, going reverse back in time. The San Francisco 49ers. Watching all the last games, 2019 against the Chiefs, 2012 against the Ravens. And this is the last time my Niner Empire birth. 20-something, 28 years later, 28 years later now, rebirthing with Purdy, number 13. Go rock and roll. Number 12.
Open it up.
From the pocket.
Jefferson, so on the type of play.
We go drop down some squats. There's number 21. Looking a bit hungry. Humph. Number 9. It was against the Chargers. San Francisco 49ers versus the Chargers. Super Bowl 29, 1994.
They let it roll down to the 21-yard line. Stan Humphries, 3 and out. After the 49ers ran 3 plays and got 7. And now San Francisco, first and 10 at the 21.
On the line.
And Steve Young keeps it on the ground, gives it to Ricky Waters, who picks up a yard. He's tackled there by Sean.
Picks up a yard. A yard is a yard is a yard in football. We got offense and we got defense. It's yard by yard, inch by inch. And I'll be obsessed being defensive, offensive coordinator plays if you get the ball. Whether you're a wide receiver, whether you're a running back or a fullback, or recover the fumble from the defensive side, defensive team, and you got to run with it in the opposite to try to score, get some more yards to be better placed for the next play. Gridiron, it's all it is, North American football. Be obsessed with us securing the ball once you get the ball too. Be able to stiff arm right, stiff arm left, stiff arm right. So secure the ball to the body, to the core, to the chest, so that if you are the defensive, offensive position, it is harder to snap from, get the fumble. Secure the ball. I'll be screaming all the way, even if you touch down. I'll be still screaming, secure the ball after the touchdown. You got to secure it to the body or secure it to the chest. As we drive it to the left, as we drive it to the right, as we drive it to the left, and we drive it to the right, yard by yard. Yard by yard, we go stiff arm left, stiff arm right. This is a special Dragan. Gridiron, go left, stiff arm left. Go do this for 15 minutes. I'll be drilling my defense, offense, both in this, whether to recuperate or my fullbacks, running backs or wide receivers. Do me 15 minutes of this non-stop. leg, right leg, stiff arm right, stiff arm left, an opposite direction left, an opposite direction right, an opposite or same or opposite, same or opposite, same or opposite drills, gridiron drills. Get Super Bowl fit. I gotta get Super Bowl fit. Rihanna, let yours truly Dragan do some dance there next to you. Get a already multi-millionaires, blah blah blah. Give 10% food security. Let's go putting on some football.
Young this time gives it.
They're rocking.
Who breaks a couple of tackles, and there goes Ricky for a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, it was tough enough with John Taylor, Jerry Rice, and Brent Jones. But Ricky Waters has worked himself into the passing offense of the 49ers big time.
Squats.
Yardage gainer for backs and receiving this past season, and Bill Arnsparger just wondering what is happening out there. Ricky Waters wide open, no protection, no pass rush.
Look at that ball. Right, guys, CBM guided missile. Hydrate, HYDRAT. Drink water.
Stanley Richard got a shot on Ricky Waters.
1.5 liters.
Downfield, you can't blow coverages. Not against a football team this good. And I'm in favor of rewinding back to the national anthem and starting over.
Bill Arnsparger has watched his defense shredded now. 7 plays have been run by the 49ers, and they have 14 points. And in the history of the Super Bowl, the biggest margin ever overcome was 10. Here's the kickoff by Bryant. Andre Coleman takes it at the goal line. And the Kansas State rookie brings it back out
some
to
coverage.
22, where he's tackled by Toy Cook as the Chargers come out to take the ball for the second time.
Incredibly,
You got false starts, you got flags on the play, rules, regulations. Football is a game of brains and muscle, just like civilization. Is a game of brains and muscle, just like civilization. Gridiron, aka North American football, is a game of brains and muscle, building, maintaining, and hopefully upgrading. Civilization is a game of brains and muscle. Now we're gonna go defend. San Francisco on the defense. Number 12 from the pocket, under pressure. Lets it for a few yards, I believe 6. Well, now I've got the commentary. I'm gonna put it back on after doing some push-ups. Let's do some push-ups with some commentary from Gridiron Super Bowl 29.
The first 2 touchdown plays have gone against that secondary.
and I agree with you. I thought it was tipped as well, Al. It was altered at the line of scrimmage. I think Dennis Brown, number 96, there he gets the left fingers on it, and nice piece of concentration there by Dwayne Young.
2nd and 7. They have Ronnie Harmon in the game. Number 33 was in motion, and they go right to Ronnie Harmon, and he seeks the first down and comes close to it. He is their 3rd down specialist. He tied for the team lead in receptions with 58, and they'll probably use him more tonight on 1st and 2nd down as well.
Pittsburgh in the playoff game took him, for all intent and purposes, out of the game. Only 1 reception, but we're going to see a lot of Ronnie Harmon from this point on in this game because he is a fine pass receiver.
Number 44, same height as yours truly. Almost 6 feet, almost six. Getting there slowly. In the coming days, weeks and months, gonna be 6 and 2.5. 207 pounds, 93.7 kilos.
As a matter of fact, Dion now looks like he's taking a stroll towards the sidelines.
Each team in its 3rd
He comes out on short yardage, but he's sitting in his right corner position. That last time he was locked up on Mark Say, staying at home.
Hanks goes to corner. Ball comes in at
3rd and inches. Inches.
Humphrey keeps it himself and has the first down at the 33-yard line. The Chargers' initial first down. First down, Dion back in and goes man-to-man with Tony Martin as Natron Means carries to the 37. Means out of North Carolina, just 22 years old. The 2nd-round pick last year, came out early. And Bobby Beathard said that acquisition and Reuben Davis defensively were the 2 best moves he's made in the last 2 years.
He's made some moves in the last 2 years. We've got
Hawks.
4 unprotected free agents, and all of them are starters on deep.
On those we go, fly, FLY, fly high. all the way for the collective North American civilization for the farmers, FLY, for the truckers, butchers, bakers, cooks, all involved in the production and distribution of food. Dragan thanks, Dragan love, Dragan hugs. On the toes we go, fly, fly, all the way to the satellites. For that NORAD launching satellites from Canada, from what do here a few days ago. Go Canada, go. Go North Americans, unite, let's go. Workout, train, exercise. Working out. Do some hawks. On the toes go as a ballerina, fly, fly, FLY. On the toes. Turn your hockey heads east, west, north, south, and up and down. Let's go. Yes, I feel good. 77 pounds down, created on workout training program system. 93 kilos. Standing at 93.6, I believe. It's about 207, 209 pounds. So, yeah, fitness journey, independent fitness captain, created on workout training program system. Dragan Zero, Rainbow Dragon, the people's athlete. Number 12 tries to look for somebody who's open.
There's nobody open. Well, his receiver falls flat on his face. Tony Martin went down to the ground. Nobody to go to.
It'll be second down.
Strategy,
And 10.
Gridiron.
Stan wants to work the right side of the field the whole way. Martin goes down, tries to make it.
4 quarters game. Gridiron North American football, each quarter has 15 minutes. 15 times 4 is the equivalent of 60 minutes, which is an hour. That's all it is. 2 halves, 4 quarters. 2 quarters each half. 15 minutes each quarter. 30 minutes, half an hour each half. Let's go for the drill. Down to the right. He's brought down after only a few yard gain.
His forward progress takes him to the 40. It'll be 3rd and 7. And let's get a word from Lynn Swan. Swanee?
Now with San Diego behind by 14 points.
Let's do some squat. Let's go squat. Bring it down, LOW. Bring it down low, LOW. And for squats. He goes for the run. Got a few yards in it.
Ronnie Harmon ordinarily works out of the backfield as a receiver. This time used.
We got defense, offense. We're gonna try to block.
1st and 10.
Try to block left, block right, block. Block in the center.
Like a pinball, he
Block.
works his way down to the
Block in the center.
21-yard
Block right.
line. A
Block
pickup of
left.
4 with 4:40 to go in the first quarter.
It's more like a pin bull than a pinball.
One thing with the 49ers going up by 14 this early in the game, you really don't have to leave your game plan. You have a lot of time to get back into the football game, and this is a very effective drive that could get the Chargers back into the game. Here's Means. He sort of looks like he's a little top-heavy when you get up close to him and you watch him work out, but he has amazing balance for a big man, almost 250. He's got some legs, doesn't he? Oh.
On 2nd and 6. Means again. Leapfrog inside the 15. Takes it to the 10-yard line. Deion Sanders.
Ran the ball.
Deion's so proud of himself for getting in on a tackle. He's up high-fiving people.
Running back,
He was
fullback.
there and he survived it.
Defense, offense.
Deion's to the press this week down here in Miami. He says, I hate tackling. He said, that's for linebackers. He said, it is the 90s, I guess.
I know they're good looking, but it's really the same thing with Papunu, Swain, Davis all being involved, and Deion knifing in there.
Oh, nice tackle.
1st and goal. The nose of the ball was right on the spot.
We're gonna do some push-ups.
Long-time former Charger who opted to go to San Francisco to try to get to a Super Bowl, and he did. Of course, not having any idea he'd be facing his old mates.
A little bit ironic, except I think that Gary Plummer thought all along that he had a much better chance of getting there with the 49ers. The Chargers, they didn't look like at the second half of the season that they were going to do much of anything.
Push-ups.
A 500 ball club down the stretch.
Second and goal. Humphreys comes in. Oh, yeah. Sanders got flagged, covering Sean Jefferson.
Oh, he almost garroted him. And right in front of the official.
So that's as flagrant the defensive hold as you'll see.
The 49ers jumping out to a quick 14-0 lead, but the Chargers doing anything but rolling over and dying. Have moved down the field, first and goal at the 1. Means the
Defense on the line. Let's go get a sack, sack, sack. Again.
Well, he talks about athletic ability. You saw him there. We're talking about Means, how powerful he is. He also is so agile. For the man his size, this time he just hurtled over the top into the end zone.
A championship quality drive by the San Diego Chargers.
What they want to do, take some time off the clock.
Yeah, beautiful
right
mix,
back into it.
beautiful mix of plays, the run, the passes, left, right. Nice play calling by Ralph Friedgen. Good execution by his offensive team.
John Carney, who
Field goal is good. Driven right in the heart, make 7 points. For the Chargers, getting back into the game, we're going to go. SQATS squat. Go SQATS, bring it low. LOW. Do the squats for the booty and the peach and the lower body. Do some squats. 3 more, let's go. Squat, squat, squat. Let's go squats for those farmers, butchers, bakers, truckers, railway conductors, city sanitation workers, the people's athlete working out, push-ups for you, squats for you, hawks, for the collective North American civilization. All those involved in production and distribution of food, city sanitation workers, truckers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, people's athlete. Calling on the mass financing across the collective North American civilization for people to work out, train, exercise. You try to do the Dragan's workout program. Simple, effective, and efficient. If you can do it within the rules, you're a potential Dragon do 300. And you are the next Dragon in line. 347 General War Integrated Full Body Training System session for yours truly with some hawks now. Let's go on the hawks. And put the game commentary, watching the game here on the right.
first attempt to 41. Young is perfect thus far. He's 5 of 5, and now he is 5 of 6 intended for Brent Jones. It's been a pretty quiet week, all things considered. Very few fireworks between these two teams. I guess the biggest story is kind of a non-story. Jerry Rice musing about retirement. But that's not going to happen.
No, Jerry Rice was a little ill over the past 24 hours. Yeah, Jerry made a valid point. He said, hey, I've been in the league 10 years. I have the right to think about quitting. One thing about Jerry Rice, he does want to own every passing record.
Hello, Hawkins, east, west, north, south, one of those, the ballerina ballet. Let's go, Hawkins.
And Taylor makes a fabulous catch.
That's the problem. You talk about
that is the Hawk exercise, and we have to. HYDRATE. We gotta hydrate. Sip, drink water. Super important to stay hydrated during working out, training, and exercising, especially Dragon workouts such as this. So do hydrate it now. I already feel so much better now. Once I get in push-ups, hog squats, When you feel content, feel happy, feel joyous. It really is for me, and I believe it can be for many potentially. Truly medicine and therapy of choice, and joy, joy, joy. So let's do some more drills on 3. H. Somebody's gonna be open. Try to go for a big one. No good. Let's go drill pass on 4. H. If nobody's open, try to do what you do. Or we gotta go for shorties, 3 to 7 yards, medium, 7 to 15, or long, 15 to 30, or super long. Start to get that 44 yards. Try to get for super long rockets, 44 yards. We got 3 types of distances. The classification of distance may vary on depending on who's the opponent team, but generally for me, short passes is between 3 yards and 10 yards. Medium passes between 10 yards and 20. And long between 20 and 40, or super long more than 40 yards. Super short distance are 2 yards, 1.5 yards, 2.5 yards, less than 3 yards. But generally, or it can also be short distance, short passes, for short distance between 3 yards to 7 yards. And medium can vary between 7 yards and 15 yards. And long can be between 15 yards to 30 yards, depending on the defensive formations and depending on the variation of the teams, defensive teams, and what have you, formations that I'm playing. But generally, those are the short, medium, long passes. 7 yards, 6 yards short, 11-yard medium, 44 super long, or just 37 for long, or 31 for long, or 13 for medium. So it may vary. Let's do some squats, push-ups, and hawks. Continue workout, train, exercise, squats.
Second down.
Number 40 gets it in for a few yards.
5-yard line, fighting his way forward. He is stopped there by Dennis Gibson.
And he's real close to a first down.
Gibson making that stop. Dennis Gibson, as much as anybody else, the reason that the San Diego Chargers and not the Pittsburgh Steelers are here today.
And again, he's one of Bobby Beathard's 4 unprotected free agents that came over. Reuben Davis, we talked about him a moment ago. David Griggs was also part of that unprotected free agent crop, as was Dwayne Harper, the cornerback, and they all start. There's Bobby Beathard on the right.
Gibson knocking down that pass from O'Donnell intended for Foster that sent San Diego here. 3rd and inches, and Young tries to turn his shoulders and angle his way. Ooh, first down.
Steve Young, one of the best quarterback sneaking QBs in the league because of his sense of being able to feel the softness in there and get a first down. There just wasn't much softness there. The penetration belonged that time to the guys in the white shirts, the defensive line of the Chargers. He didn't have to go very far, though. We're talking about just a couple of inches. And they're going to bring in the sticks and take a close look at this one. He looks left, then tries to come back. He goes low. And in that situation, it is awful hard to not pick up more than a couple inches. You can see they got the nose of the ball onto the 5.
You can't hesitate either. He took a look to the left, as you pointed out, tried to take it to the right. That changes things dramatically.
It's just your offensive line has to get beaten so badly to not pick up a couple of inches on a quarterback's sneak. Somehow the center has to get really blown back off the ball, and it doesn't happen all that often.
First down, 13:50 remaining in the first half. 14-7, 49ers. First and goal. 5. Young to Floyd. Touchdown.
Bar none.
That's what they call him. He says, I'm the best fullback in the league, bar none.
Why is it that the 49ers get 3 rookie starters on their football team, and all 3 of them look like experienced veterans? William Floyd, Lee Woodall, and Bryant Young.
That's Floyd from Florida State. You got Woodall from Westchester State. I didn't talk about him, but Bryant Young is from Notre Dame.
David Griggs, the linebacker from San Diego, is the guy that had the coverage. He's number 92 there on the left side of your screen.
Push-ups.
He's going to come in, but he's just late to get to William Floyd, and then the tackle's not made. And hey, guess what? 3 possessions, 3 49er touchdowns.
3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Doug Bryan to kick off.
To win this game, San Diego's going to need a big special teams play. Somewhere along the line.
Yard into the end zone, brings it back out to the 19. He's given them some big plays this season. As Coleman, he scored 2 touchdowns on returns. And let's get a word from Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Al, the 49ers decided to come into this game and script the first 15 plays. As you mentioned, they scored 3 touchdowns in those 17 plays. A lot of Ricky Waters at wideout, but for Mike Shanahan, quite a script.
Quite an offensive coordinator as well, and a big story. And we'll detail that with Mike Shanahan before this night is done.
They've been doing that under this man for many years, and Bill Walsh before that. Mike Shanahan went to a clinic was in college. That's where he picked up the routine.
Wipe off sweat.
Shanahan, a much sought after coach.
Oh, sack.
Dana Stubblefield came bursting through, and Jerry Rice is going back to the locker room.
They were looking at his left shoulder on the sidelines while we were away, and you remember he took the shot from Darian Gordon on that reverse a short while ago, went back to play, but now I think they want to take a better look at it.
And as soon as we hear anything on Jerry Rice, we'll let you know.
8-yard sack, 2nd and 18 from the 11. And they keep it on the ground, and Natron Means probes the middle, but nothing is there for him. So 3rd and very long. And let's go back and take a look at the hit that sends Jerry Rice back to the locker room.
Remember, it was on the near sideline, and it was number 21, Darian Gordon, the cornerback for the Chargers. Here comes a hit. Jerry lowers his shoulder, but he takes the shot. He does block some of it with his
Box
left
on
arm.
the toes, we go
And keep in mind,
HAWK.
this is a guy that's never missed a game due to injury. We asked Jerry Rice, can he ever remember even being hurt? He said, yeah, I remember one time I had a thigh bruise back in college.
3rd and 17, and Humphreys protected well, guns it, and it's fortunate it wasn't picked off by Tyrone Drakeford.
Just good coverage in the secondary, and you're right, Al, that could have been picked off so easily, and Stan Humphrey just trying to get rid of it, going out of bounds, and almost lost it.
Well, 3 and out is definitely not good news for your defensive team. It puts them right back on the field. And this is a defensive football team now for San Diego that has to be completely shell-shocked.
And 3 and out deep in their own territory. Wagner sends it down to the 43-yard line. And it's Dexter Carter coming to the outside and taken down. Good coverage on the play as the tackle is made by Shannon Mitchell. The San Francisco 49ers have been unstoppable so far. 3 possessions, 3
That feels so good. What's the score now? 3:20, 21-7, right? It doesn't show the score though, but I think it's 21-7, and it's still the first half.
Don't break defense.
Everybody knew it coming into the game
San Francisco
that there was
ball.
no way they could play their passive defense.
Number 8,
Goes deep
with a
on the
rocket!
right away.
again, and it's a little overthrown. Coverage was decent. John Taylor was the intended receiver, and Steve frustrated with himself.
They got defense, offense. We're gonna try to break, block, left, block, right, and then try to intercept. Not pass interference, but yeah. Gonna try to go for the coverage. Cover the wide receivers. Formations 4-3-4-4, 5-4 formations. XYZ blitz. Special Dragan, Gridiron, North American football drills. Defense, offense, 11 versus 11. Andre gonna try to go for the quarterback. Try to get the sack. It's hard to break through the quarterback. We're gonna have to fight some. Push our way within the rules. Not to hold, no holding calls, no flags on the play. Flags on the play. We got on 3. Let's go. H. Somebody's up. No. I was gonna get sacked. What am I gonna do? Let's twist those hips a bit. Prevent back injury. Twist those hips. Twist those hips left and right. Twist those hips left and right. Twist those hips left and right. Let's twist those hips. Go for the pass. Down the middle for DP. ASS down the middle. Down the drive to the middle. Middle pass, left pass, right pass. You're going to go for football drills. North American, Gridiron, North American football drills. We're going to go for squats. Down and up. Up and down we go tango. Do DSQATS. We go up and we go down. We go up And we are down for the rock and roll, sunrise to sundown. We go squatting up and down, sunrise to sundown. We go rock and roll, Dragan, sunrise to sunset. We rock and roll. Sometimes with a storm and sometimes with a rainbow. Sometimes with a storm and sometimes with the rainbow. Originally created rock and roll. Use it, use it, use it. Give you permission. There you go. Say a holler. Just created a little bit of a chorus. Rock and roll chorus. I'm also an artist and also an athlete. Philosopher, blah, blah, blah. Just made a little bit of a good chorus for rock and roll. Sing that Rihanna to the Super Bowl gift to food security. And to found the Dragan Gymnasium. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, farmers, because everybody got to eat, even Wall Street. Thank you, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, truckers by the thousands. Going east, west, north, south, across the collective North American civilization. Canada, coast to coast, east, west, United States of America and Mexico. Was born in the USA, San Francisco, as a matter of fact. Was my city in a past life, was 718 miles south of HAWK, Montreal, Hawk Island, Daway, 156 years ago. Served in the U.S. military. Let's go do some hawks. On the toes, we go explore all the way to the satellites. All the way. On the toes, we gotta propel the whole body up. We gotta fly high. And we gotta rock and roll. On the toes. I like this. All feels good. Let's go rock and roll. And turn your hot kids east, west, north, south, and up and down. HAWK, 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 hawk. On the toes, we go. Hey, HAWK, on the toes, we go. Fly high. Turn your hawk kids east, west, north, south. That is a good hawk. HAWK, on the rocks and on the roll. Wipe off some sweat, hydrate, and we work out, train, exercise. And welcome to the lair of the dragon. We go overtime every time we go. Overtime every time we go. Overtime every time in the lair of the dragon. Hydrate. And we drop down for some more push-ups. While the offensive line for the San Francisco, again, on it.
21-7, San Francisco. Young guns it to Jones, and the tight end makes the catch at the 39-yard line. It should be enough for a first down. Let's get the update on Jerry Rice and Leslie Visser.
Al, Jerry just sat in a chair for about 5 or 10 minutes. He had tape on him, and they put some extra padding. He says he's ready to go, Al.
Okay, Jerry Rice, who, well, by the time he's finished, will not only own most regular season receiving marks, but a lot of Super Bowl records as well. He's already won 1 Super Bowl MVP award. And was hugely instrumental in another San Francisco Super Bowl victory. From the 39-yard line, going to the man, and it's broken up by Darian Gordon.
Boy, it was a good read and a good change at the line of scrimmage by Steve Young. And Rice splitting the coverage. The ball hanging just a little bit, and let's take a look now again. He drives it to the inside. He set up to the inside.
Onto the HHH. And for long.
He turned around, got back.
No good, but we'll try again. Let's go for a running play. On 4. HHH. Let's pass the ball. Run the ball. Make defense go block left, block right. Block
all the way around.
right.
99 out of 100. That's a complete pass. That ball was late getting there from Young.
Second and 10, and he fires a slant over the middle. It's caught by Jerry Rice. They've run that play a million times, seemingly, with probably a 90% success rate.
People, I don't think realize how many of the 49er passes are such quick rhythm and really just 5-yard completions. All week long, the 49ers, the Chargers rather, have had a saying, 5-yard pass, 6-yard gain. They are really emphasizing that we must make the tackle and we must make it on the spot of the reception. At times tonight they have.
On the 27-yard line, Taylor makes the catch after Young.
Let's go bring it down for more squats. Train the lower body, do some squats. Bring it that low W. Bring it low, train the booty and the peach. Go up and down. Three more squats. Feel good.
Florida 4 or 5 hours ago, and they thought it would get here before now.
Here's Floyd. He pulls his way down to the 9-yard line. He's tackled there by Say and Stanley Richard.
Floyd came out of the
Let's go on to the HHH.
number 1 draft.
Somebody's open. Just 6 to the left. 6 to the right.
Blockers
Or 6 down the middle.
in a collegiate game, and he also had rushed for well over 300 yards.
It adds up. Yard by yard adds up. 6 times 3 is 18. Now I'm going to run the ball a little bit after 3 pass completions in a row. Try not to be greedy on the passes. Let's go. Rock and roll. With Young here. Imitation. San Francisco Niners. 49ers. Red, red, red.
Second and 4 from the 9-yard line. Ricky Waters fights his way down to the 8-yard line. He's wrapped up there by Chris Mims.
2, Floyd and Ricky Waters have
Where's those
complemented
hips?
each
Left
other
and
so
right.
much,
Where's
and
those hips? Left and right. Where's those hips?
squat for each other. When you talk with them, they're so they want the other to do so well. Yet they're the kind of player that wants the football all the time.
Well, Ricky was just delighted to find a teammate who's as hyper as he is.
I was talking around it. I mean, you don't.
Well, let's face it.
I was
Ricky,
trying to say that.
at times, Ricky Waters has been over-exuberant on the football field. He's cost his team. But this man loves to play. He loves to win. And look at it. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. George Seifert has had to reel him in at times, but Ricky Waters can play the game of football. He's a fine all-around
And it
back.
was William Floyd who brought his head coach into the 90s, so to speak. In the Detroit game number 5.
49ers take a timeout here, preparatory to a 3rd and 3 from the 8.
Super Bowl 20. I'm glad this game's at night. We just don't function very well during the day.
We're not big.
George Seifert, who I think when Deion Sanders came earlier in the year, the character of this team turned around, and he had a long meeting with Deion Sanders. That didn't go all that well, as expressed by Deion Sanders, but he had become quite a fan of Sanders. Sanders is as hard a working football player as you would ever want. He works about as hard as he does putting on his show for you, and one of the most gifted athletes I've ever watched. Certainly, I think maybe the fastest man in this game today.
And becoming the first man ever to appear in a World Series. He played extremely well for Atlanta against Toronto a couple of years back in a Super Bowl. 3rd and 3 now after the timeout. And the Chargers blitz, but Young gets it off to Ricky Waters for the touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, the Chargers don't blitz much. They blitzed on the Jerry Rice touchdown at the very beginning of the game. They blitzed there. I mean, Steve Young with the perfect read.
I don't blame them for blitzing. We talked earlier, Bill Arnsparger can't just sit back. That is just perfect execution. Ricky Waters is what they call the hot receiver. The linebacker blitzes to his side. The man who's supposed to cover him, is clear back in the end zone. Grapes comes up, but Steve Young gets it past David Grapes, right to Ricky Waters. It's just perfectly executed by the 49ers. That is why they are the best team in football.
And maybe the best offensively.
Let's go do some squats, hawks, push-ups. Let's go do some push-ups, hawks, squats, or HAWK on the toes. We go fly, fly, all the way to the satellites. Turn your HAWK hawk heads east, west, north, south, or up and down. As we go on the toes, we fly high. And turn the hawk heads east, west, north, south. And we go up, and we go down, and we go down, and we go up, and we fly. Let's go FLY, turn our hawk heads to the east, to the west, east, west, north, south, or up and down. And all the way up, up, up to the stars. Let's go hawk on the toes. That's a good hawk play defense. Now it's 49ers.
Back of the Redskins was the most valuable player in that.
Right, and Ricky Sanders had an unbelievable day.
Oh, what's going on?
Runs into a gang. Ted McDonald and others leading the charge.
Well, there's something that happens to a football game late in the season, a playoff game, when you're down by this big a score. Emotionally, it happens on both sides of the ball. You can't hardly avoid this kind of a feeling. That's Junior Seau. He knows, I think, this game is pretty much gone. And on the other side of the ball, the 49ers, you can just see them. They're bouncing all over the field, and they're going to attack.
Well, they better get a first down, or Steve Young's going to have a shot at 5 touchdown passes tonight.
Second down and 8 from the 27-yard line. And the catch is made by Say. And Mark Say takes it out to the 45-yard line.
I want to correct myself. I misspoke when I said that Timmy Smith was the MVP. Timmy Smith had, what, 205, 204,
204, I believe.
204. But Doug Williams was the most valuable player.
Calling the play in the huddle. Dragon tricky play, Dragon defense, Dragon offense. Let's go squat. Got offensive plays, got defensive plays. It's 11 versus 11 watching Super Bowl 29 on the TV on my right side. Waiting for those Niners, please. NFL owners and players give 10% for food security, support the public-private partnership dream of the Dragon Army, all citizens, institutions, organizations across the collective North American civilization, aka the complex of North American civilization, for my dream, my call to mass finance citizens to work out, to train, and to exercise. Go up and down, do some squats. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. And we go down, up and down on those squats. Hawk on those squats. Ah, that felt so good. There he goes, number 30. 32. Out of bounds. 37 or 30? Wait a minute, 30. 44, what's going on? Oh, it's another player. Hold on, got my numbers right. I thought it was 32 or 37, or now it's the 44. No, 32, number 32. Number 32 with a run. Out of bounds. There's number 50. Looking hungry, no surnames, no names. Dragon 0, red, red, red.
And Humphreys looking down.
He backs number 12. That's from the pocket. Right down the middle.
Two-man screen. He gets the block.
That was a smart pass. It was kind of a tricky play almost. He gets a good run, good step, got some good gas. Good gas.
Ricky Jackson.
Number 12. Fake play.
And it's broken up. Intended for Tony Boyd. And Eric Davis, the only man in the Niners secondary not going to the Pro Bowl next week, breaks it up.
It did not look to me like Eric Davis touched it. That could have been a San Diego touchdown.
Second and 10. Humphreys throwing, and Marksay cannot come up with it. At position, Burton Hanks was trailing him.
Let's do some more push-ups. I'm going to try to run it for it again here. Push-ups in 10.
Back on the defense. He's beaten to the outside, right off the fingertips, and again, it would have been a great catch. The one that could have been caught. When you're down by this many points, should have been caught.
You can't beat the 49ers without making some big plays. And those were 2 big plays that weren't made.
3rd and 10, and the pass is a little high, intended for Alfred Papuno, who scored the huge touchdown against Pittsburgh, and that's incomplete. Tim McDonald with the coverage. So they go from 1st and 10 to 4th and 10, and John Carney comes in to try to kick a field goal.
And really, those were some pretty good throws by Stan Humphries that come up with nothing. That last one was just a good play by Tim McDonald. But those first 2 passes, one of them could have been a touchdown for San Diego. When you're a big underdog and you are playing somebody as good as the 49ers, you got to make big plays.
31-yard attempt for Carney out of Gail Gilbert's hold, and that is good. So they do come up with 3. The Charger cannon goes off. 1:44 left in the half. And he does go Carter's way. Carter makes the catch at the 12-yard line, brings it out to the 23-yard line, where he's tackled by Eric the enemy. Well, the 49ers tonight came out roaring, scoring on their first 3 possessions. Then Jerry Rice was back in the locker room, and they were 3 and out with a punt. Rice came back in, not that he was necessarily that instrumental on the drive, but back they want to get into the end zone. 4 touchdown passes for Steve Young, and 28-10 with still a ton of time remaining, 1:38.
Yeah, and right at the point of the wedge on that kickoff return by his teammate next to Carter.
He was looking like he thought Dexter was going to run a reverse. He was so far out.
From the 23-yard line, Young for Jones, and he makes the catch. And he's a tight end who not only goes over the middle and underneath, but deep down the side, and he gets out of bounds.
It's really, sometimes you wonder if it's fair. You split Brent Jones out all the way. He's a tight end. Ricky Waters is flanked out the other direction. You've got tight ends. Look at him. That's where the split end or the flanker should be all the way.
Well, look who's got on him, though, Doug. They're trying to cover him with David Briggs, the linebacker. No, that's ludicrous.
But it's the formation that sent the Chargers haywire, because you got Jerry Rice to the inside and Jones to the outside.
Year after year, they give you more looks than any team in the league. Floyd makes the catch. It started with Bill Walsh, there's no question about that. They have really just kept the system in place every year since 1979.
That's just a brilliant move on the part of Mike Shanahan. He knows that they're going to have linebacker coverage on.
Let's go for those Hawks. Let's go rock and roll. He's going to go through the left.
And Rice makes the catch and steps out of bounds, making sure he has the first down. There is Mike Shanahan. I'll tell you this, he is number 1 on Denver's list. He is probably number 1 on Philadelphia's list. And if he showed any interest in the LA, St. Louis, or wherever Rams, he'd be number.
Let's go. It is 28-10 here, the second quarter with 66 seconds on the clock. 28, wow, to 10. Do the math, train the brain. 66 seconds in the second quarter. It was 28 San Francisco, 10 Chargers. 28 minus 10 is 18. By 18 points. Established a big lead of 18 points here in the second quarter. Past the 2-minute warning in the first half. 49ers 28, Chargers 10. Let's go. Hawks. And it's San Francisco ball.
Down at 6, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Ricky Waters.
I'm not sure that's reality.
And while we're on the subject of Shanahan, the 49ers have said there is no question they want to keep him. And Carmen Policy said last night, he said, we're going to do everything we can to keep him with us.
Look at that. 9 yards per play, 305 yards in the first half alone, and they still have.
In the first half alone, wow.
Whoa.
They're down at 6 at the 29-yard line, 41-6 left.
H.
The fake to Waters, and then Young throws into.
Incomplete pass. Let's go on 3. H. And down the middle. Try to get 15 yards. Try to get a first down. There's some more running plays. Let's go. Running plays. Full back pass to go in. Left, right, stiff arm left, stiff arm right in. Try to drive it in for a few yards. Another running play. Let's go on for H. Try to run. Try to get past the defensive players. Get a few yards. Running plays, trick plays, pass plays, short passes up, fumbles, fumble recovered. by the opposing team or try to no fumble by securing the ball. It's football gridiron. North American football defense, offense, 11 versus 11. We're gonna fly high as a hawk.
He hasn't had a lot of really pressure-packed kicks, and I'm not sure that.
Let's go on the toes. We fly, fly, fly. H-A-W-K. Propel the whole body as a ballerina at ballet. We go. H-A-W-K. And we go fly high to the stars. F-L-Y hawk. H-A-W-K. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south, and we go hawk. Up and down, train the legs, the feet, the laterals, and the ankles, and the toes. As the ballerina at ballet we go. And fly, turn your hawk heads up and down, and north and south, right and left. Ah, that was a good hawk exercise. I'm going to try to go for one more play here, maybe before the first.
Against the Water Bays of Minnesota.
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
So Carney hopeful of getting in. Well, he's hopeful of getting in for an extra point is what he's hopeful of right now.
Ricky Jackson asking Jerry Markbright if he heard about how big a bonus he got when he won the NFC Championship here.
800 grand,
800 and change. It was somewhere around 850 something.
Crew here tonight, Jerry Markbright. This is his 4th Super Bowl. He's doing a great job.
Ricky Jackson, the oldest guy in the game, will be 37 in a couple of months.
We saw him make that good play earlier in the second quarter. We chased it down from behind, showing a good burst.
2nd down 1. And Humphries throws. Cannot hold on at the 49-yard line in 19 seconds from a Tyrone Drakeford with the coverage.
That ball came out of there really wobbly. It almost looked like somebody touched that at the line of scrimmage.
He got a finger on that, I think.
3rd and 1.
I don't know that means anything. We've just seen it. Whoa!
He's out in front, and it is broken up at the goal line. Eric Davis. Staying right with him as Humphries unloads, but the ball hung, and Eric was able to get back and break it up.
That's unusual, and such a strong arm in the part of Humphries.
Are they ruling that he caught that? Or are they
They
saying
think,
Yeah, they
if you have possession when you go into the end zone.
Well, look, they're going to say this is an interception.
Boy, look at how he closed it down on Martin. Martin is thinking 6 right here. Here comes Eric Davis. He tucks it away. He has possession when he hits
The ball was intercepted in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the ball was on the far side of Eric Davis. He hit the ground and it came out. And they give him credit for the interception. And the touchback, 49er ball's at 20.
It would be just as though you went into the end zone as a leaping running back landing in the end zone. The knee is down, and when he hits, the ball comes out.
Well, I always thought that an interception was the same as a reception. That when
he's got it away.
But you've got to demonstrate control of the football. It means precious little at this point in time. Eric Davis gets the interception, and the 49ers lead by 18.
There's the smoke still drifting upward from the halftime ceremonies. I suppose emblematic of the 49ers, who were on fire in the first half and leading by a score of 28-10 as we get set for the second half of Super Bowl 29.
And the lightning bolts right now have been reduced to a football team that just simply can't afford to make a mistake in the second half. They have to play error-free football in an attempt to slowly crawl back into this football game. And again, they'd be helped immensely by a big play on special teams, an interception, any type of a defensive score. They need some lightning to strike in their favor.
A one-hopper by Ryan. Andre.
Let's go do some more hawks. On the toes we go. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south, up and down. As we propel the body and we fly high all the way to the International Space Station for those. Satellites, satellites, satellites. Let's go on the toes we go. Fly, fly, NFLY. Let's go rock and roll. Turn the hog heads east, west, north, and south, and more hogs. Let's go hog for the farmers, butchers, bakers, truckers, nurses, all those working in. Firefighters, hogs for the public security workers, and for the public transit workers, and the bus drivers, subway, metro drivers, and of course the train conductors, freight and passenger. Yeah. That felt so good. That felt really, really good. And number 20 goes for the rock. Gets a few steps in, gets it down. A few yards, number 20. I think we're short of the first down there, but nonetheless, got a few steps and a few yards. Going out now.
And Chargers opening with the two tight ends, so they're thinking run.
Yep.
Let's go on. 3, 8, shake. Body's open. Get rid of it.
It'll be third and a yard or two.
This is the type of running attack. Means grabbing his left ankle, but this is the type of punishing, heavy load type running attack between the tackles that both Means and the enemy are comfortable doing, and it's really what Bobby Beathard has tried to build with his Charger team, a big bruising offensive line, NFC type football.
Like he built with Washington, and he took the 3 Super Bowls, and it's not nearly as punishing with number 20 on the sidelines.
Exactly right.
Third down and 2 from the 18-yard line. Humphries goes, and it is dropped, and it's killing him right now. The third passes. Tony Martin.
Drop pass. We're going to go for some push-ups in 10.
The winning touchdown against Pittsburgh.
As it was also Martin who dropped the 2 long touchdown passes against the Rams. There was Martin who was plagued with the drops here in Miami for several years, and it probably ultimately led for Don Shula to make the trade to San Diego.
Push-ups.
Ryan Wagner to punt.
That was an easy pass to catch, though.
Dexter Carter, 28-yard line. And he brings it back to the 38-yard line.
Halftime, Bobby Ross came out. He was very upset. He said, contrasting the great offense and defense by San Francisco, that his team had blew assignments, they missed coverage, and he felt did not execute well. He's going to change his matchup from the defensive side to try and get better coverage on the receivers. And offensively, he's going to keep the same game plan, just better execution. Now let's go to Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Lynn, they were very professional, very demeanor. Only Ricky Jackson said, we're halfway there. George Seibert said, we've got to look for the long ball defensively and defend against it. Offensively, he said, we'll see more of Ricky Waters at receiver.
All right, Leslie, and they fake it to Waters, and it's Jerry Rice. So if it's not Waters, it's Rice, or it's Taylor, or it's Jones, or it's Floyd. And they just keep on coming at you, as they have against every team they have faced this season.
And there's a pass virtually impossible to defend, and wait till you see the footwork by Rice on the sidelines.
But he, again, began with Steve Young. He got the read. He knew Rice was going to be in single coverage, and Aaron Gordon's pretty good man-for-man coverage in the coverage, but he was not going to let Rice beat him deep.
What a nice tick of the right foot by Jerry Rice, getting it in bounds.
7 catches for Ricky Waters gets taken down by Dennis Gibson. The first to beat him after a gain of 1. It'll be second down and 9 at the 45.
Let's go on 3, 8. And nobody's open, cutter rig. Get rid of it. 7 yards, good. 7 yards is a good yards. Each yard by yard, defense, offense. Gonna try to get for the sack. Try to break in. Try to see what are they gonna do. Try to read the play. Deep middle linebacker. Linebackers, defense, offense, 11 versus 11 step. Get ready, we're gonna try to burst. Embrace the Dragon sack. Embrace the Dragon defensive plays. Embrace the Dragon offense plays squats.
Young right in sync with him and hit him right in front of the
I guess,
a safety man.
I guess the key, Frank, on that defense is to make sure that everything happens in front of you, no matter how deep the pattern run by the opponent. Jerry Rice,
well, you have to know
all the room in the world
is going to go for the yardage for the first down, and that's where you lock up. You don't give him 10 yards beyond that.
Darian Gordon back into the secondary as Young scrambles and hits Taylor. A flag is down. Another broken tackle, yet another. But they all be booed. A flag is down back at the 15-yard line.
Number 7, defense. Penalties decline. First down.
First down at the 17-yard line. Ricky Waters picks up the back three, losing his helmet, but holding on to the football. It'll be 2nd and 7. Allegiance Gibson in on the stop. 49ers, and so much was made this year about the salary cap. And the salary cap, in effect, figured to hurt teams like the 49ers and the Cowboys with the big payrolls, the carbon policy, to a lot of teeth gnashing, and policy is the man on the right next to Dwight Clark in the middle.
Bill Walsh standing behind Eddie DeBartolo.
Bartolo on the left. A lot of teeth gnashing around the league with Paul Tagliabue kept saying, hey, look, he built a better mousetrap. Flag down, and Ricky Waters to stop for no gain.
They were drawn off. The Chargers had encroached on the line of scrimmage.
A lot of 49er history standing up in that booth. With Clark in the middle of one of the most famous receptions.
Number 91, defense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Hawks HAWK, fly high. On the coast we go, the ballet, Renai ballet. Touchdown.
They are now playing against themselves in a way. They're playing against the greatest teams in San Francisco history. That's the only question right now.
When you watch number 8, Director's offense, you ask him the question, I said, what winning the Super Bowl mean to you? And he said, it would be the pinnacle. I feel like I've been climbing a mountain over the last few years. I'd slide back about 10 or 15 feet, and then sometimes I felt like I was going to fall off that mountain. Says, if I get to the top, I will have reached the pinnacle of my career.
Well, Bart Oates at center, Derek Deese at right guard, Jesse Sapalo at left guard, Wallace at left tackle, Barton at right tackle are kicking butt right now. Bobby Ross just finished delivering a pretty good tongue lashing to his defensive unit. There is an awful lot of football yet to be played here. Almost 24, there's 24 and a half minutes left to go in this football game, and defensively, the Chargers have folded up their tent, and he's trying to get them to drive a few stakes back in the ground.
Now Andre Coleman takes the kickoff. Andre almost breaks it, and he's taken down there by Dana Hall. Here it was. There was Ross talking to the defense.
And granted, they are playing a sensational football team, but there's a lot at stake here for the San Diego Chargers, and obviously I'm not talking about the outcome of this ball game, but there's an embarrassment factor and a humiliation factor that none of these guys wants to be exposed to, and how they play from here on out is going to have a lot to do with how they're judged.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line as Natron Means back in the game. Takes it out to the 40-yard line. He is stopped there by Ken Norton, who's attempting to become the first man ever to play on 3 consecutive Super Bowl winning teams, twice a Cowboy and now a 49er.
One of the interesting things that happened last year to the 49ers when they lost the NFC Championship game, it meant that George Seifert was coach of the Pro Bowl team, and he went to Hawaii, and he had a long talk with Ken Norton Jr., and he talked with Ricky Jackson, he talked to Richard Dent, and all of a sudden,
Let's go some more squats. This week, yes, we bring it down. LOW. What a pass.
The catch is made by Alfred Mapuno. A great catch.
Great catch. He got out of bounds. They're trying to time manage because they're down, of course. I think the score is not shown a lot, the score here in this one. I believe it is 35-10. So that's 25, and it's the second half, 3rd quarter. I think mid-3rd quarter, so... Let's see, supposed to show the score soon, maybe. Chargers get for the number 20, who got 1 yard or so.
3-yard line is tackled there by Norton.
I don't mean to demean anyone, but John Jefferson and Mark Say and Dwayne Young are not John Taylor, Jerry Rice, and Brent Jones. And this man has got a tremendous arm. He's got a great heart. Bobby Beathard's draft picks for the Washington Redskins got him, I think, what, in the 4th round or 3rd round several years ago, and traded for him in '92. And he will be a good quarterback for the Chargers for a long time to come.
A couple old Saints locked up here, Stan Brock and Ricky Jackson.
2nd and 7, Humphreys gun one, and that's it.
No good. Let's go on 3. HHH. And somebody's going to get open. Try to get rid of it out of bounds. Otherwise it was going to get sacked. Try to get a yard. Avoid the sack. It's a quarterback. We got defense, offense. It's North American football. It's Gridiron and watching Super Bowl 29. San Francisco 49ers, my Niners, who with Purdy number 13 seems to be. Empire rebirth time now. It's NFL playoffs. Please give 10%. Food security and 1% to the Dragan Army, NFL, National Football League owners and players, NHL as well, NBA, MLB, and all multi-millionaires, multi-billionaire CEOs, all institutions, organizations, public and private partnership. With yours truly, DraganZ call in live on Facebook. The mass finance, I've been calling and will and am, now will. Call for the mass financing of citizens across the collective North American civilization. For people to work out, citizens to work out, to train and to exercise. Working out, training and exercising has been in the past, is now, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. With a little bit of joy, joy, joy. Doing these hawks on the toes as a ballerina. Let's roll. Hawk, turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south. Up and down, north, east, west, south, H-A-W-K on the toes we go. Hawk, H-A-W-K. Let's rock and roll. Then our hawk heads west, east, up and down. Well, 3 more hawks. 1 for the farmers, food security, 1 for the truckers, 1 for the nurses and the doctors, and an extra hawk for food security again. That felt so good. That really, really, really was a good hawk session. Hawks, H-A-W-K. Number 66, what's going on? San Francisco, number 66. That was funny. I think he did it on purpose after the play, not sure. Who was number 66 in 1994? Back in time, 28 years ago. Number 66 for the Niners. That's a funny move. But it was after the play was over, so it wasn't interfering with the game plan.
Winning this game. I don't think the San Diego Chargers looked that far ahead. Nor should they have, because it's just, that would have been really naive and I think a little over-realistic on their part.
Young wrapped up at the 40-yard line. Junior Seau, which, Al, you mentioned Dallas.
Bring it down to squats, 7 or plus. Let's go for the lower body, that booty and that peach. We work it out. Natural with the squats. Oh yeah, simple effective exercise program training system which DraganZ created. Requires no equipment. It is effective, simple and efficient. Trains the whole body, head to toe. Officially titled the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army workout, aka the 300 workout, because it's 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hocks. Do the math, that's 300, and rolls are 4 with 4 main numbers, simple, effective, and efficient.
Jerry Rice. Rice trying to run a fly and
Go
trying to get in between the
start.
And there in Gordon suspected he might, and he grabbed it. Defense.
I said 1, I said 3, not 2 or 1, 3. Not 4, 1 or 2 or 5, I said 3. On 3, not 4, not 1, not 2. On 3, once again. Now I'm gonna go on 4. H. Play action. I go forward 1 yard. Try to get a 1 yard. Play defense, offense coverage. Try to intercept the ball, not paw, not interference. Not to interfere with a pass, but to try to intercept it. Intercept. There he goes, number 32 gets out of bounds, pushed by number 28, I believe. Or number both 28 and hey, sportsmanlike, what's going on? There's Super Bowl.
Great Geese came off the bench and has filled in ever since the second game. Good lead block.
Get ready for more push-ups. We're gonna go down for push-ups in number 28, yes. Brought down number, push them out of bounds. The clock stops, right? When you go out of bounds, left or right. Play action. Number 8 gives it number 32 for a run. No gain, I believe.
They don't have anyone that starts in that offensive line over 280 pounds. Harris Barton may be right around there, but they are quick and they get in and they tie up the legs and make things happen.
They had a good look there at Ralph Tam, who actually was a starter at right guard this year and nursed a foot injury that caused him to miss most of the season. A question will be Bart Oates and his future with the 49ers, and if he comes back to this team next year, and what kind of shuffling happens around the inside of that line. Sabola moved from center to guard and made the Pro Bowl in another position.
Second and 10, Young on the run. Steps out of bounds at the 12-yard line, a first down.
And then Bart Oates is on his way to another Super Bowl.
And he's on his way to getting his 3rd Super Bowl ring.
Well, like any
Picked up a pair with the New York Giants.
like a lot of
Oates,
teams,
number
they'll have to do some
66. Name is Oates. O-A-T-E-S, surname.
And then Bart Oates is on his way to another Super Bowl.
on the run.
His way to get
Squats. Some squats just want to do something here, see something.
At the 12-yard line, a first down.
And then Bart Oates is on his way to another Super Bowl.
and he's on his way to getting his 3rd Super Bowl ring.
Well, like any
Picked up a pair with the New York Giants.
like a lot of teams, they'll have to do some retooling, but they're in pretty good shape. A lot of guys with long-term contracts, and they're all set. Oates, of course, one of those fellas who's at an age where, you begin to wonder if you look for a replacement for him.
Well, and also Bart is one of those guys that you don't know if he's going to continue to play because he has a lot of options. He's a lawyer and
Practices law, lives in New Jersey, and got a lovely family, and you don't know what you're going to do.
Here's Waters.
taking
taken out of bounds.
Takes a shot at Darian Gordon.
Healthy Joe scored him. He's trying to become the first man, could become the first man in history to score 4 touchdowns in a Super Bowl game. Roger Craig scored 3 against Miami in Super Bowl 19, and then Jerry Rice in Super Bowl 24 with 3, and Waters tonight.
On that graphic, I think we should use Roman numerals instead of the 3s over there. We got all the Roman numerals on the left. I think we need some Roman numerals over there on the right.
Oh, man.
This is the Super Bowl. Only Roman numerals are acceptable here.
Dexter Carter comes in. He too works well out of the backfield as receivers. Coming in for Rick.
Young on second and 13. John Taylor gets hit by Ford.
Let's go on to the HHH.
Johnson, who had a sack earlier, Jackie Young.
One of the few times tonight that this man, Steve Young, has been pressured.
We've seen, I think it's about the only time tonight that we have seen both the quarterback and the receiver dropped on the same play.
Third and 13 to 15 after the timeout. Young throws. Jerry Rice.
Wow.
But a pair.
Jerry landed awkwardly in the end zone. It's like he took a shot on the left side again when he went down.
From Sean Van Horn.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice just taking it downhill, planting and driving off the left foot. Steve Young drilling it in.
I think Steve Young walking around is a human exclamation point with that score that puts the 49ers into the 40s.
On their way to 49, because they'll have 42 in the second. Doug Bryant for the point after.
And 5 Lombardi trophies will belong to the 49ers, more than anybody else.
Steve Young is now 22 of 30 for 316 yards and 5 touchdown passes. Rice, 9 receptions.
And if you're wondering, 0 interceptions.
Steve Young on his way to a rating of about 300.
Look at this move right behind a little move behind another receiver, and again, Richard playing deep in the end zone. That's a good way to get into the coverage.
You know, Jerry started to glide a little bit there when he went into the end zone. He actually...
What a pass. Guided missile, rocket straight laser from number 8 Young to number 80 Rice. And that deserves 8 push-ups. Let's go, rock and roll. Plus, plus, plus. You know, it's 13, but oh, what a run! Wow! What was that pass return? What was the punt return all the way? Gotta rewind that. I was doing push-ups.
A little bit there when he went into the end zone. He actually started to slow down and took kind of an awkward shot. Right here, I think Jerry's just not going all out and lands a little bit awkwardly. I'm glad Jerry Rice has scored in this ball game because he is in many ways the heart and soul of this football team. In the way he works, the way he approaches practice, he, I think, as much as anybody, if not more than anybody, personifies the San Francisco 49ers.
Here's Andre Coleman taking off. He gets down to Kepler Bryant. He's being chased by Troy Cook. And Andre Coleman breaks down by Dragan, scores a touchdown.
All the way.
For Coleman.
Well, we knew they had special team explosiveness demonstrated there by Coleman, who didn't even have to break a tackle, did he?
Hawk, C-H-A-W-K, Hawk, Hawk, Hawk. You know, Hawk is east, west, north, south.
Darian Gordon, who has returned kicks for touchdowns this year for the San Diego Chargers.
Remember the last time these two teams played, Doug Bryant made a sliding whiplash kick tackle. He's confronted right here.
Forget it.
Went the conventional way and didn't get it done.
H-A-W-K, under those we go fly.
This season, that ties a Super Bowl record. Fulton Walker of Miami against Washington in 1983, 98 yards for a touchdown. And the Chargers, who are now down 42-16, will line up for 2. So another Super Bowl first time a 2-point conversion has ever been attempted. And Humphreys throws, and let it be duly noted that Mark Say on a Humphreys pass for a deuce.
Goes in the record book.
Yep.
2-point conversion. 2-point conversion. 2 pointers.
42-18. Exciting play that is with the new rule this year. We saw so many more of them return for touchdowns and big yardage.
Well, the kickoff return, in my mind, has always been one of the more exciting plays of the game. And
So there's 3 minutes and 1 second in the third quarter left. It is 42-18. So if we do the math in order to train the brain, 42 minus 18 is, it's 24 points by 24. San Francisco here late in the third quarter. We're ahead by 24 points, right? So 42-18. 42 minus 18 is 24. By 24 points, they were still ahead by a big margin here. And of course, number 8 again from the pocket.
Young throws underneath, and John Taylor can't hold on. Briggs was covering, and Steve Young, who was facing off the last series, is bringing his right elbow.
he's
and wrist.
grabbing the right forearm. Of course, you know, he's left-handed. This is non-throwing arm, but still, he's got a little blood there, a little scrape on the right on the wrist. Let's see if we can see anything here.
I think it happened before. Now
There it is.
right there.
A helmet right on the outside of his hand, right at the wrist area.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line. And Steve gets taken down, and again it is Ricky Johnson.
Ray Lee, number 2.
And the entire regular season.
Just a second-year guy gets his 2nd sack. Of course, that's a sack that comes about because Steve doesn't find anything downfield, tries to move. Looks like he's about to take off again. He's flushed from the pocket one direction. And good work by the front 4 of the Chargers.
3rd down and 13 at the 25-yard line. 49ers on top, 42-18. Young throws, Waters makes the catch, and he is tackled coming up to make the stop. The rookie Willie Clark. Well, at least the Chargers have a mini pulse right now.
And the crowd is getting into it. Super Bowl crowds are kind of different. You don't have a hometown crowd to come up with a big noise for you. People travel from all over, many, of course, from California. There are 2 California teams, but it is a different crowd. It's not the same volume. Fine open field tackle by the rookie from Notre Dame, a 3rd-round pick this year.
Klaus Wilmsmeyer, his 2nd punt of the game.
And Darian Gordon is one of the more accomplished punt return men in the NFL.
He's run
1 change.
He can make something happen.
190 and 175 yards.
Fair catch is called for and made at the 28-yard line. So Wilmsmeyer does his job, a 44-yard boot and no return with 1:22 left in the 3rd. Well, here are the Chargers at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete as he throws into double coverage. Hanks was there along with McDonald on a pass intended for Sean Jefferson. 2nd down.
Now, once again, I'm sure it was a temptation on the part of Stan Humphries to try to go deep to Tony Martin, who was locked up 1-on-1 on Deion Sanders. And again, what Sanders will do for...
Let's go more squads. Bring it low, L-O-W. Now watch this play action. Chargers try to get another touchdown here.
A lot of things, Deion Sanders.
49ers with a 4-1-6.
In the pocket, number 12.
6 defensive backs here. And the catch is made by Sean Jefferson up at the 34-yard line, tackled by Eric Davis.
Once again, Sanders 1-on-1 on Tony Martin, but Humphries doesn't go there. He knew it was single coverage. He came to the opposite side of the field, and there was double coverage on Jefferson.
3rd and 4. And the catch is made by Alfred Caputo, but he is stopped at the 37-yard line by Tyrone Drakeford. And is a little short of the 1st down.
Boy, that was a good hit by Drakeford.
That's a good hit, good plays. Now we're gonna do hydration, HYD, R-A-T-E. Super important to stay hydrated. Drink water. Brought down.
All of that to Tyrone Drakeford in the hit he put.
And we're gonna go, fly, fly, fly again. On the toes we go FLY, we turn our hawk heads east, west, north, south. And up and down, turn the HAWK hawk heads as we fly all the way to the satellites. Fly, 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 sky to the sky. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south. And we go to fly, 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 fly. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south, or up and down. This is the hawk exercise. We propel the whole body as a ballerina at ballet. And the arms become the wings and we fly FLY to the sky. Some good flying. Good fly, fly. Feel good. On the time clock, let's go. Niners, 1994's Super Bowl 29. Back in time here on my right, close to my laptop on the smartphone where I'm live streaming live on Facebook. As have been for many years now. Open source gymnasium of the Dragan, layer of the Dragan gymnasium, underground room, house and temple and gymnasium. Watching on the right side here, the San Francisco 49ers 1994 Super Bowl 29.
5 touchdown passes. Gives the ball to Ricky Waters.
Agent Chicks.
And out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
So typical of the way that the evening has gone for San Diego. You see Junior Seau, who comes on an inside blitz, and Ricky Waters takes it to the outside.
Get ready for more. And we're gonna go for those push-ups. Push-ups, push-ups. These are good yards. Push-ups in 10. Twist those hips. From left to right to prevent back injury, like this. Twist those hips. Let's get ready, push-ups.
And then, you know, again, that crazy game against Philadelphia, but outside of that, they have been on an incredible roll this year. And they talked earlier, the next week coming back and winning 27-21 against Detroit after being down by 14, and they never looked back since that. Young to right, and that's it to play against Steve Young with a 6-touchdown pass. If it happens, would be the first in history to accomplish that, and that would really be the exclamation mark.
Yes!
This incredible season.
Over 170 countries looking in tonight, many of them broadcasting in their own language. And it's like a Tower of Babel almost up here as we walk along the press box with the foreign languages that are just broadcasting games.
Rice making the catch, stretching and reaching touchdown.
Another touchdown. Wow.
I think Jerry is saying, don't hold me up yet. There he is. Yeah, I thought for a minute that he was a little banged up.
The slant,
And I believe
we've seen that.
that's the record for Steve Young, breaking the record of Joe Montana in the Super Bowl. Wow. What do you say?
The little move to the outside, so familiar. Breaking it back to the inside. Steve Young right there with the football. Dwayne Harper, the victim.
Oh, that's a beautiful look, guys. Beautiful look. Spiraling the ball, down low. Harper has no play on it whatsoever. Rice, a big receiver.
For a great player. this is tough to take. Junior Seau is a great football player.
Yes, sir.
One of the best to ever play that position. Almost literally taken out of tonight's game.
Ryan kicks off, fielded up to the 13-yard line. Here's Coleman, who has already run one back 98 for a touchdown. Out to the 38-yard line. He's tackled there by Adam Walker.
Elvis Gerbach is warming up on the 49ers sideline.
From the 38-yard line, Humphreys throws. Ronnie Harmon makes the catch. And he's tackled there by Eric Davis.
Let's go some more squats. So the score now must be 49 for the 49ers, I believe. 49 for the 49ers. Number 12 from the pocket. We go down, LOW. Train that booty in that beach for the squats. Let's go, LOW. Bring it low. Bring it low. LOW. And 3 more squats. 1 for food security. 1 for women's sports leagues. And 1 for LGBTQ athletes and services. Rock and roll. That felt good. The people's athlete, independent fitness captain, Rainbow Dragon with D. 347th General War Integrated Body Training System. A.K.A. the Dragon Army Workout, a.k.a. the 300 workout with these special Gridiron, a.k.a. North American football drills tonight. Brought to you from the Dragon's lair of the Dragon in Montreal, a.k.a. Hawk Island in La Belle Province, Quebec. Canada, North America. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. Have been, and will continue to advocate, call for the mass financing of my fellow citizens across the complex of North American civilization to work out, train, exercise, and via the public-private partnership PPP of the Dragon Army, which I'm calling all willingly loving to support across the collective North American civilization. Let's go some more hawks and we wrap up on the toes. We go, this is the hawk, and we fly high all the way to the satellites. On the toes, we rock and roll and we go. Turn your hawk, heads east, west, north, south. Propel the body up. We hawk. Oh, this feels so good. Yes. 1 more hawk for world peace. Oh, yes. This feels so good, feels so good. Feels so good. On 3 HHH. Wow. Is somebody gonna get open? Gonna go 6 down the middle, plus 6 down to the left, plus 6 down the right. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. 6 times 3, that's 18. Now can you run the ball? Let's go on to HH. Pass the ball. Gonna go past 7 yards. Brings me closer. Let's go. Time is running out. Gotta go past the ball, run the ball. Defense, offense, gonna go try to block. Left block, right, try to intercept. Or try to get the sack. S-A-C-K. For a sack has to be tackle of the quarterback rules. Gridiron, it's only this 4 quarters each quarter. Got 15 minutes. 15 times 4, do the math, is 60. 60 minutes is an hour of football. Watching Super Bowl 29. Wrapping up this 347th General War Integrated Body Training System session. My own creative workout training program, which is effective, simple, and efficient. Try to do it for yourself within the rules, or if not, just encourage one and all to work out. to train and to exercise, as it has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. And we wrap it up, some squats. Squat, squat, squat. And we gotta march minimum 31 seconds, or jog, or run, or walk fast pace. In order to do the next one, rules, simple, effective, efficient. We already did more extra overtime every time in the lair of the dragon. Get ready, we're gonna do the push-ups, get hydrated, sip, drink water. And we're gonna do the push-ups. And in 10, we're gonna do some push-ups. Push-ups. Yes. And 31 minimum seconds of marching or jogging or running, walking fast pace. Feels good. And let's go for the Hawks in 10. We're gonna go for Hawks in 10. And we're gonna fly high. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, 0. Hawk. On the toes of the ballerina at ballet, let's go. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south for the last exercise of this 347th General War Integrated Total Body Training System, which is also known as the Dragan Army workout, aka the 300 workout. Turn your hawk heads east, west, north, south, and we go up and down, up and down, up and down. 3 more hawks, 1 for food security, 1 for women's sports leagues, and 1 for LGBTQ rainbow athletes like Rainbow Dragon. And this is it for today. We're gonna go.
About this as a team built of just free agents, but to think that they have 3 rookie starters on this football team, when you think of Rice, John Taylor, who's getting to come out of the game, Steve Young, and all of these veterans, but 3 rookie starters, all highly productive, and William Floyd, Brian Young, and Lee Woodall. It's a perfect meld youth, of veterans, of high-priced and high-profile free agents. And this is one of the best marriages of talent I have ever seen.
And not a bad run of luck either. Lee Woodall was drafted as a safety out of Westchester State. And now here Dion comes in on offense.
Here we go.
And if they go to it, one of the things they worked on is
what do you think?
Work out of a slot.
Yeah, what do you think Bobby Ross's opinion is of this right about now? I bet you his blood pressure just went up a few.
It's 3rd and 13. Sanders was.
Oh, no!
And they're going to go deep to Dion. And he's double covered and it's incomplete at the 38-yard line.
He went by Darian Gordon like Gordon was going backwards.
Stanley Richard, though, roaming free and free safety, had that spotted all the way.
But look at Gordon. Gordon just lets him go. And right here, Dion is 4 yards downfield from Darian Gordon.
Richard coming over had the inside coverage and Gordon the outside. But
Richard got
separated
there. You know what? Richard got there before the ball. He timed that pretty well. But he actually hit Dion before the football arrived.
They're not going to let Dion come down there all alone.
Myers punt, blocked by Gordon. Fumbled again. The ball is loose. And the Chargers are able to recover at the 28-yard line. Lewis Bush with the recovery. You know, we were talking about the Niners and keeping their team together, and they have a lot of their key people under contract.
Shut up, Flex. Shut up, Flex.
Department policy said we want to keep him, and he wants us to find a way to keep him next year. He loves the Bay Area. His endorsements are worth more if he plays with the 49ers. He could be back. Harmon. And one way they may keep
Auctioning this shirt, PayPal North America, auctioning this shirt, PayPal North America, auctioning
just there before
this
the break.
shirt, PayPal North
Second
America.
down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Humphreys back in. Humphreys going deep, and that's picked up by Coy Cook, the former Saint. He's timed at the 28-yard line.
Beautifully timed by the veteran from Stanford. Free agent from New Orleans. And we could use a little less of this.
Well, 7 years you toil in New Orleans, and here you get your shot at the big brass ring, and
He's timed at the 28-yard line. Beautifully timed by the veteran from Stanford. Free agent from New Orleans. And we could use a little less of this.
well, 7 years you toil in New Orleans, and here you get your shot at the big brass ring, and I'm not going to blame Toy.
He's timed at the 28-yard line. Beautifully timed by the veteran from Stanford. Free agent from New Orleans. And we could use a little less of this.
Well, 7 years you toil in New Orleans, and here you get your shot at the big brass ring.
Yep, that's a workout. Finish on Facebook, never delete. That's a Dragan workout. We go overtime every time. Never delete. Facebook live streamed hundreds of workout videos. Open fitness journey independent athlete.